just record the episode.
The show's now.
I'm about to
live.
eat babies.
The show's live.
I'm going to eat some babies.
We're live. Keep
Okay.
going.
That's
Good.
how you want to start.
Yes.
That's how we're starting with babies.
I eat babies.
I'm recording. It wasn't
He's
allowed.
totally recording. Okay.
It wasn't allowed.
Well, I guess we should start since
Welcome
we don't
to the
have.
show.
Welcome to the show. This is Cool Down Reduction, CDR for short.
And if you say it real slow like that, it's kind of sexy.
It's almost like NPR, like kind of real smooth.
We're actually gonna start talking like that, real slow and calm.
But
Everybody's gone. All listeners are gone now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because they think it's NPR.
Yes.
Except for all those lady gamers out there who are
First
like,
off,
ooh.
I listen to NPR, so I don't know what this says about me.
A lot.
Oh,
Right now.
let's just move on with the show.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce myself?
Yes.
Oh, damn it! They know me as NPR man.
But they need a name to
I'm
associate.
Chad.
Favorite video game.
Favorite video game of
Right
all
now,
time?
on the spot.
So I have commitment issues. Just to start out, I can't even commit to colors. But favorite video game? Can I give like a top 5?
Sure.
Or is that gonna take too long?
It depends on you.
You can commit to 5 video games.
I know. It's just like in no specific order.
Okay.
Favorite video game last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
There we go.
Oh. I love the silence.
Yeah.
Dead air.
I wish we were prepped. Let's go to Carmen. Come back to me.
Well, my name is Carmen, the Askernies. And my favorite video game is probably the Walking Dead series by Telltale.
Look at that.
Just 'cause it's awesome.
He had an answer.
I mean, but I
But he
I
had
thought
an
about
answer.
it because
You're a decisive person.
yeah, you gave me a chance to think about it. So. What about you?
I'm Jonathan, and I'd probably have to go with Halo Reach, even though it's not in the last 2 years. I'm gonna go with Halo
So
Reach.
you broke
See,
your
I'm
own.
gonna commit.
I had to think about
I know.
what
I'm
came
gonna
out.
commit because I know what I like, and it's not 343 Industries.
But you,
That's-
Ooh,
but
are
you
we
didn't
already
answer the
starting
question.
on that?
Yeah.
You
what?
said in the last 2 years.
In the last 2 years, let's go with probably something handheld.
Oh, look at
Let's
that.
go with. That's pretty tough. What do I play?
I don't
It's
know.
hard.
What do we
Alright.
talk about a lot? It's not Destiny. I want to say Destiny, but I can't say Destiny.
Yeah, we can talk about Destiny.
We
later.
will. We'll get in there.
Like, it's not like you're getting married. Like, you can definitely, like, back out on this later.
I gotta.
Life
It's
decisions.
it's on here. We'll just go with the namesake that the DS has the thingies on for. So we'll say Fire Emblem Awakening.
Good choice.
It's pretty difficult.
Young Chadwick.
There you
what
go.
is
Oh
it?
shit, we're already back.
Yeah, it's your turn, bro.
God. I'm gonna like bypass the 2 years thing like you did.
Okay.
And
And
just,
Overall.
I'm going really far back.
Don't
And
say
I'm-
Donkey Kong.
No, because I'm going with Halo 2.
Halo, good choice. So you
Multiplayer or campaign? Because they're different games.
Both.
You can't do that.
Okay, campaign.
He committed,
I can
even though you completely ignore the question. Just
No,
like,
pick one.
well, yeah, but then
Now you have
anyway,
to pick one within the last 2 years.
What came out in the last 2 years?
I don't know.
I
What?
don't know, you
Just
tell
pick a
me.
game. What are you playing right now? Go.
Call of Duty doesn't count.
I'm not playing Call of Duty.
Well, there you
playing
go.
Shadow Mordor.
Oh, what up? There it is, Shadow Mordor. So we have a special
And
guest.
Rayman Legends.
You guys have a
Because it
special
was free.
guest.
Stop
and we
talking.
should let him introduce himself.
I'm Luke.
Favorite game?
Favorite game in the last 2 years? Dark Souls 2. Easy.
See, he just knows. You guys don't play any good games, apparently.
Still looking forward to the new one that's coming out.
The remaster?
Yeah, the remaster.
Yeah.
Sins of the First Scholar. Can't wait.
It does look pretty cool. Are you like excited for Bloodborne?
Yeah,
He would have been if it didn't get pushed
Yeah,
back a week
yeah,
for some
Yeah,
reason.
it was supposed to come out like last Tuesday, apparently. And,
Oh, really?
And now it comes out next Tuesday.
Oh, what? That's so weird. But anyway, moving along.
Yeah, no. Give me that.
Oh, are we going?
Yeah, give me
No,
that.
let's start.
Yeah.
That was
We're gonna
what we
start.
did.
So, this has been a hot topic of debate amongst us. We can't decide how we feel about our generation.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how we're starting.
The 20. So yes, we're gonna start with that.
So
The
we're gonna.
20
Our listeners are gonna stop
Yes.
listening 20 seconds. in.
No, because this is a legitimate debate amongst those of us 20-somethings who have brains and know how to use
Yes.
them as to how we feel about our peers. And I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased with the
And
people
neither
around
am I,
me.
Jonathan.
If you're listening to this podcast and you feel like you don't fall into that category, please keep listening because we appreciate all of your clicks.
But yeah, no, these people, young children included, because children aren't safe,
Yes, because children are young children.
and disease carriers.
Yes. Wait, what?
Yeah, they're disease carriers. Proven fact.
Science.
Are just completely they're pieces of shit.
They're probably the biggest pieces of shit since any generation that's ever existed.
Also, parental discretion advised.
That's whatever. It's assumed.
We'll talk that for it later.
But no, it's you seem to think differently. So let's hear your dumb points first.
We'll start with that. We'll start with like you
Defend our generation.
So I, Carmen, am the one who thinks that these two are totally crazy pants, and our generation is
Wearing shorts, bro.
we're in like a new era, like a new renaissance, right? Like think of all the amazing things like in music and games, animation, art that have
All
happened.
right,
Like all these amazing
keep
things
that point in
happened,
mind
right?
because I'm going to destroy it later. But continue.
Okay, but on top of that, there haven't been any like real major events that have affected us as a human
9/11.
race. Well, no, that was a major event, but it didn't affect everybody in the world.
It totally did.
Like, World War II had more of an effect on everyone than 9/11 had. Like, I mean, it affected people in the U.S., yeah. But
And
like,
everybody else because we are the U.S. and we are the global world police.
yeah, it's true. But I mean, like, as far as our generation as like a people, like we haven't had something that defines us that people will look back in history and say, "Oh, those guys did this."
Lady
thing.
Gaga.
No, we do have something that defines us: being pieces of shit.
No, that's not true. Anyway,
totally
point
true.
of the matter is, we still have a long way to go. We're doing awesome things right now. They're just not on the scale you guys will like, and we're gonna do something cool. That's what my belief. What do you think, Luke? Skywalker.
The generation sucks.
Done.
2 words, just selfie stick.
Selfie
Boom.
stick. Yeah, there
I
you
think
go.
anyone caught in public using a selfie stick should be beaten with it.
What's a selfie stick?
You put your phone on the end of a stick and you hold it out so you can take selfies of yourself.
What?
like that.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
That's
Yes!
totally a thing.
It's totally a
actually
thing.
called a selfie stick.
Wow. See, I guess I'm in the like old people club.
Oh, we
now.
meant-
What's this?
We meant to look up what exactly generation we consider ourselves because we're not millennials.
No, we're not.
Well,
Well,
we're
Are
not-
we
no.
millennials? I thought we were.
No, millennials are the kids
We're
who are in
not.
high school now.
Oh.
And they're
They
pieces
are
of
the
shit too.
millennials? Oh, yeah, they're even
They're
worse.
bigger
Our
pieces of shit than us.
They are. Yeah, they are.
We're the kids who grew up in the 90s and
We're
didn't know what
90s
war
kids.
looked like until 2001. 9/11, never forget.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's our defining moment.
It was 9/11.
Because kids these days are like, I was in preschool when that happened. And we weren't. We were in 5th grade.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was in the 5th grade.
Yeah. So
I think I was in like
we
third or
knew.
fourth grade.
You're not that much younger than
I
us.
am younger than you. Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I am younger than you.
I mean,
Is he?
He's younger than me.
Oh.
Yeah, like
I'm the
I
oldest.
just
Wait,
turned
are you
23.
older than I
Now
am?
I'm 24.
Yeah, so you're
Real
older
age
than I
is
am.
out there.
Yeah, real age right there. Hit on it, ladies. Not me though. Take it. No, but okay, so technology.
I love your thought, but like he didn't really defend it.
No, he didn't. He
At
said
all.
some stuff that sounded all nice and poetic and junk, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, he did it.
But you didn't defend the people.
In the lack of facts, you dance around questions.
That's fair. We didn't give him anything to, rebuttal against. So
Well, I want him to defend my assertion that that we're pieces of
we
shit.
were giving you
I mean,
first
like,
chance.
You guys, like, y'all are comparing us to these people who've done these great things. Like,
Yes.
They've done really incredible things.
By the time they were our age, they had done some pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah, but like,
They had fought world wars.
And we're
but
making a podcast.
think about
Yeah.
think about the lifespans of those people, right? By the
Our
time they
lifespan's
were
actually going down.
no, but I mean, like, by the time they were our age, like in today's time period, they would be like in their late 30s, early 40s, right? As far as like, because people didn't live that long back then.
Like,
They were
you're
all
just
smokers.
totally blowing my mind real quickly. Rephrase that.
I'm saying that like this is like going way off on a tangent.
Where are we in like the 1700s?
No, I just mean like there was a war going on.
Should we
people
have
were dying.
monocles?
I don't know what you told me. It's like when they were 20, they were 40. Like, is it what, in a mind state?
No,
Or like,
no. I just meant that like. Never mind. We're awesome. It's a new renaissance. We're doing a lot of cool
It's
things.
totally not a new renaissance.
It totally is.
Think about, okay, what have we spent our time doing Twitter. Yeah, that's a good one.
When is the last time you tweeted?
I don't because I'm not a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
he's
No,
coming at
I
Twitter.
bet you money if we did a survey of people our age about tweeting, most of them don't tweet. I feel like there's
That's
only
not true.
there's
I
only a few
really
people.
doubt that. At least, I bet a lot of people have accounts so that they can only follow certain accounts, which is bullshit.
Which is even dumber.
Yes.
Don't get me started on retweeting.
So, okay, but think about, like, computer technology advanced leaps and bounds from, like, 1940s because of World War II up into the 70s and 80s. And the 90s, we got the internet, so that was cool, .com boom. And then 2000s, it just kind of flattens out.
What are you talking about?
We have done nothing.
Okay, first of all, do you remember the typewriter? Because I remember
Yes.
that. I used one
You
of
can
those
still
before.
buy them.
Yeah, but the point is, like, typewriters, we've come a long way since then.
What does that
Right?
have to
No, I'm
I
getting
was
to
like, I don't know.
Look. I'm holding your hand. I'm taking you on a journey. Just
Ooh,
enjoy the ride, all right?
nice.
Yeah. So no, get away from me. Your hands are clammy. So, what I'm saying is, like, technology has advanced so much, and then the torch was passed to our generation. We created social media, and like a lot of people look at social media as a negative thing, but it's really something positive.
Is
Because,
it?
Yeah, because you're connecting so
Social
many
media?
people. Yeah, social media is the next step to the next big thing in our technological advances, right?
What's the next big thing?
I don't know. I mean, you should ask like Bill Gates that, or somebody who's like,
Because he's not part of our generation, and according to you, we're in the driver's seat.
well, okay, well, ask Zuckerberg or somebody like that. I don't know. But what I'm saying is,
Oh, see, like
he
the
can't
face?
hear you through all of his money.
Yeah, it's been-
well, the point is, right? Young people are doing good things.
No, they're not.
And-
That's my point is that no, they aren't.
How you're like ignoring the fact that like we have tablets and all these social media sites that can instantly connect you with somebody way across the world. Like you could do that before through the internet with like email and stuff.
Okay, well,
But-
how about we go this? Like, the technology, in theory, like, it's really good. It's just our generation uses it for the most awful things.
Like what? Like what are you?
Tumblr.
Okay, so
Instagram.
what
Twitter.
what would you propose we use it for?
I don't.
Science stuff.
Like what?
We have not been
like
back to
that.
the moon.
So
That's true.
if
We actually had to talk about NASA if we want to segue, and because if you want to talk about your crazy
how is
theory,
Twitter gonna make us get to the moon?
It's not. That's what my point is. It's not.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be, hey, first tweet from the moon, hashtag science. It's never going to be a thing.
hashtag the moon.
If I was the first person to tweet from the moon, there would be like a hashtag Bill Nye in there somewhere, like hashtag science. That would be awesome.
No, our space program has been continually gutted, so that we're like we went to the moon in 1960. Whenever I don't know history, we went in the 60s.
Yeah.
That was 50 years ago. We were at the fucking moon. There it is.
There's the first
There it is. We were on the moon. Where have we gone since then? The space station.
What brings out F-bombs? Space.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
mean,
now that apparently Mars 1 is a hoax, so there's that. That's a dream crusher right there.
what about that one planet that they said is like similar to Earth?
There's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, so I don't
Jealousy
think-
is like 589c.
Yeah, so like all these planets that we're discovering, eventually we would like to go and like
They're light years away.
Well, yeah, but like we would have to like send robots or like families of people that generations later will get
because
there. I
we
don't
can't
know.
shield against alpha particles in space.
Exactly.
People are not going to survive. That's what we should be because Earth is not sustainable because you won't let me kill all the people on Earth. So it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable.
So
We have to figure out something to deal with the more people problem.
context clues: Jonathan's not a sociopath. He just thinks that some people.
There's a lot of people on this world, and there probably don't need to be that many.
I have space for something to work hard.
First impressions, Jonathan.
Hey,
Anyway,
no holds barred, man.
so
Just-
as
this
I
is
was
it.
saying, this is my closing statement.
Okay.
For this argument, right?
About the generation or space?
everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
everything.
so we get to move to a new topic after this.
No,
I'm
I'm on
just-
space
oh,
now.
so-
You got me on space.
I'm just saying
So make
it's 3-on-1, so I'm running out of
Well,
steam.
Luke's helping me.
it's like 2.5.
I was trying to rope a dope y'all, but it's just too many. But anyway,
I don't
so
want to be rope a dope.
anyway, our generation, the advances in technology, social media wise, and as far as artificial intelligence are concerned, right? we're so close to having operational robots. Don't you laugh. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. You making that face. Anyway, our generation could be the first ones to like send out robots or other kind of probes to like other planets and
Voyager.
discover new life. Well, I mean, okay. You know what? Whatever.
Are we talking about
Whatever.
Chappie again?
You totally can, but y'all haven't seen the movie.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
Luke and I have
But
seen the movie.
anyways, landed on the moon July 20th, 1969.
I was gonna.
So you nailed it.
Yeah.
You said 60s.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it totally happened for all the people who think
Yes.
it didn't. It totally did. So, that.
Yeah. The second time we went. I'm just.
What was that like?
No. Oh, my God, space.
Yeah, let's go to. What, we're going to do space now?
I would love to do space.
See, we kind of.
Or we can do
Kinda all
robots.
over the
We
place.
can totally do robots. Look, okay, artificial intelligence. As much as I want to believe that that's possible, totally
It's
not
not
possible
real,
yet.
Why?
We had this talk yesterday that was science fiction.
Why is it not possible?
Because we cannot build an algorithm that can write itself. It's just it can't.
I'll be half full and say not yet.
Not yet. No, that's the thing is that, and we're devoting our processing, our collective societal processing power and knowledge power to sending pictures of a dress and trying to decide what colors that dress
Oh
is.
my god, yeah. It's pretty bad. Back to our generation being awful.
You have to look
And
at.
and once all the actual scientist people who are like in their 40s and 50s die, what are we gonna do?
We'll have no scientists.
Yep.
Can you imagine a world?
Luke,
It'll just be hats for sale everywhere.
Luke gives zero fucks about this conversation.
There's the second S word. I thought I was going to drop it. So I'm behind now. Well, he's helping me out. It's very important over here.
We'll get to that.
We will get to
We'll
that.
get to that.
I have an opinion about artificial intelligence.
Do it.
Yes!
No, it's just I don't think it's possible either. Like,
There
I
you
think
go.
it's too complex.
Do you think it's eventually possible?
Maybe I think we'll do virtual intelligence first because we're already like on the cusp of that with like
Yeah.
Siri and shit.
Yes.
So
Virtual
My
reality would
Siri's
be cool.
awful, but
just
Yeah.
it's just yours.
yeah, it's good. Just
Virtual
rely.
or augmented?
Virtual.
Yeah,
Augmented reality is cool.
Augmented
but-
is gonna be so cool.
yeah.
I can't wait for the next like Google Glass where actually like get a HUD.
I can't wait for
That'd be
VR that's
fantastic.
not like crappy like it was in the 90s. Like that
Hey,
would be cool.
what do you
That
have
was
against
some-
VR
that-
troopers?
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah, they were.
And now we're going to talk about VR troopers.
because
Because they're the fake Power Rangers.
If you look on their Netflix description, it says like they may not be able to megamorph or something like that.
Oh,
Or
nice.
there might not be morphin, but they're mighty or something. It's awesome. So
That
you
is-
don't.
So the Netflix
any
description
problem.
says, you know that other show that people actually like?
Yes.
This one's kind of okay too.
But it's better because of VR troopers, and you're wrong.
I like VR Troopers. I'm just saying the Power Rangers are way cooler.
Do you think it's Asians inside the VR troopers, like in the fight scenes? Do you think it's Asians? Like did they co-opt that like they did Power Rangers, or was that a product of the '90s America?
I mean, like, was
Oh, like we don't know if it was a
yeah, like,
Japanese
I
show.
don't know. I'm assuming it was a Japanese show because Power Rangers
It
was.
seems very Japanese.
Yeah, that's.
there was some weird stuff in that show. Not saying that like Japanese people or culture is weird. I'm just saying that
You
like
It
said
totally is
but
weird.
You already said
no,
it.
I
totally
didn't say
is
that.
weird,
I
though.
just definitely
Tentacles.
covered my tracks. Yes, tentacle porn.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, like,
You can't tell me it's not weird.
it is from Saban Entertainment, so there's a good chance.
Is it really the
Yeah,
same company?
Same company.
Well, then it's.
Uh-oh, here we go. The show. Well, I'm gonna read from Wikipedia. Sorry, guys. but
Disclosure.
It's a show featured early CGI and video effects mixed with Japanese stock footage from 3 different Metal Hero series.
Yes!
Superhuman Machine, Metal Dur, that's the word, Dimensional Warrior, Spellman, and Space Sheriff. Shader.
Space Sheriff.
I do understand. But, yeah, so
so they just spliced together a bunch of footage and they were like,
Yeah,
VR
but
Troopers.
that's what they did with Power Rangers.
Yeah,
so
that's how Power
but that's
Rangers works,
Saban,
too.
so
Interesting. Isn't it Saban?
it's probably Saban.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, I mean, like, they just sued that one guy for making
If-
that Power Rangers, like, fan film.
Look at
So,
that! Look
I
at that
don't-
segue.
Yes.
Look at that.
I'm a professional,
Some
bro.
talk.
I watched it and I was kind of meh about it.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's not that I disliked it. I just thought that it was, like, it wasn't in the same spirit as the original Power Rangers.
That's
Which I'm not just recycling what Tom or Jason David, whatever his name is, Tommy Oliver, what he said.
Jason.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
I
mix
am
it up.
recycling what he said because he's a goddamn hero.
I mean, he's pretty cool. And like he's the only real Power Ranger because all the other people have gone on to get like fat and died. but anyway,
So wow. R.I.P. Yellow Ranger.
oh dude,
Yeah, you did it. And I'm
Oh.
recording, so we're gonna have to live with that.
Well, you know what? I didn't mean it like that. Whatever.
Did
you
that
know what?
actually happen?
Whatever.
But you said it.
Whatever. You know what?
Did one of them get fat and die?
She didn't get fat
No,
and die.
I
She
think
just
he's
died.
talking about the Red Ranger. What's his name?
I was just talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how their careers
Yeah,
are
Jason.
over, and
Yeah,
nobody.
Jason.
I'm just talking about how nobody gives a fuck about who they were.
I do.
Hey,
I
Kimberly
do.
went on to be on
Ooh, yeah,
Flashpoint. What, isn't that what that show's called?
She was on a Disney movie too. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, an illustrious
And then-
career on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, like,
Look, it worked well for Shia LaBeouf.
Not for Miley
Up
Cyrus.
until now. She's got a lot of money.
I guess as a twerk star,
yeah, but she's got a lot
not
of
as
money.
Hannah Montana.
part of our generation.
Yeah, right there.
Oh
Just the
my
Biebs.
gosh.
The Biebs, part of our generation.
You guys are stuck on our generation.
Because
being
that's
shiny.
some shit. Oh my god. We're not going back there though.
Speaking-
I already won that argument.
Speaking of our generation, I'm excited to see this like new era of Star Wars that is going to be like.
You're the
Well,
segue king. I'm gonna point it
Well,
out.
stop
every
pointing it out.
time. He's so
It
good.
makes them worse.
But
I-
anyway,
I'm indifferent.
you're indifferent.
Yep.
Because you're a Trekkie.
No, just because I don't Star Wars.
Oh, because you're un-American.
Yeah, we didn't ask
Yeah,
you-
okay.
We didn't ask if you were a Star Wars fan before any of this started.
But I've seen all of them, I think.
How do you not know?
Six, so
Well,
I mean,
okay, I don't think I've seen all of the episode 3.
All
I'm pretty
of
sure.
the
Okay, that's-
episodes.
I'm pretty sure I haven't seen all
you
of
can
that.
miss parts of the prequel.
So you haven't seen all of the pivotal episode that ties the entire all 6 of the movies together.
Are you gonna say that the prequels are actually good movies? Is that where this is
I
going?
don't think that they're necessarily better than the originals, but I do think that a lot of people hate on them, and they're not as bad as people think.
Some of that acting's pretty bad.
I mean,
It's
like
not even acting.
I've
There's
seen-
nothing wrong with it.
I've
It's just
s-
awful on its own.
I've
It's-
seen Jumper and I've seen Takers, so Hayden Christensen is not a good actor, but
To be fair, those are two very awful movies.
because he
Not
was in them.
but you can't put that all on Hayden Christensen. Those movies.
That's
do
what people
suck.
said about Star Wars, and then he was in those other bad movies, and I was like, "There's a pattern here."
Yeah, but people don't just hate the
Correlation
prequel
does not equal causation.
because of him.
Casted bad movies.
Yeah.
When's the last time you
Maybe
seen him
he
in a
just
movie?
says yes.
But it's not about him. Like the movies are bad for other reasons
Yeah.
besides Hayden
The-
Christensen.
the point
Whoever
is,
played.
Jonathan's a communist because he hasn't seen Star Wars.
I mean, he says
If
he
anything,
might
I'm a
have.
socialist. If anything, I'm a socialist. So thank you.
Do you like Star Wars, Luke?
I love Star Wars.
Okay,
There
good.
we go. So we'll
No,
just
I
take
just-
a look now.
I accept that the first 3 are pivotal science fiction installments, that they do something that hadn't been done before, and they did it really well. But I just never got into it.
He revolutionized filmmaking with those first.
I'm
two
not
movies.
going to argue
People are
that.
listening.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying it's not for me.
That's true. I mean, that's fair. It's not for everybody. But back to my original point, it's gonna be epic because episode 7 looks so.
All I
good.
know is that there's a soccer ball droid.
There is, and like I don't know if that means like R2 and C-3PO had like a baby or.
Hopefully
like,
they just don't ever exist anymore because I can't stand 3PO or
Aw.
R2D2.
That's really
I
sad.
can't stand them.
You can't send R2.
No.
Then maybe it's a good thing you haven't seen episode 1 because there's this little
I've
creature
seen
called Jar
episode
Jar
1.
Binks. Oh, okay.
I don't have a problem with Jar Jar Binks.
What? But
No, I don't have a problem.
you're
with him.
broken,
No.
friend.
I don't know why people do have such a problem with him.
Because he's annoying. He's just so annoying the whole time.
Well, there's plenty of annoying creatures in
Space.
everywhere. Every movie, there are annoying things.
That's true, but I guess just
you
because
can't
he's.
fault him just because he's annoying.
I just did, but I mean, like he's pretty prominent in the movies, so I don't know. But anyway,
He saves the day.
he does not save the day,
He totally leads the Gungan army.
He saved the day.
bro. Okay, he's like it's like just a really long gag, is what Jar Jar Binks is.
So it's like a British comedy show that doesn't have a punchline.
exactly.
No, they did. Jar Jar was just designed towards kids. There's nothing else.
We were kids when those movies came out, and we didn't like them. So
I did not have a problem with Jar Jar Binks.
really, Jonathan was the
How
target.
do you feel about the animated series?
Like the Clone? Which
Yeah.
one?
All of them, like just the animated series.
The original Clone Wars that came out in like 04 sucked, like bad. But the newest one, that was awesome. It was so good.
Do the droids have to be goofy? Like, do battle droids have to be goofy?
I don't think so.
Well, since their
Because-
inception in episode
because
1, they've been
I-
goofy forever.
But I feel like stormtroopers are goofy because they're ridiculous. Like, because they can't
Oh, wait,
hit.
why are
They-
stormtroopers-
Hey, shut up. Let me talk.
Okay, I'll hear it out.
Because the whole thing like the Stormtrooper Training Academy where they learn to not hit their targets when they shoot at stuff. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny because like it's a necessity that they be bad at their jobs but still maintain complete seriousness. But like droids, they're goofy because they can be goofy, and I don't know if I appreciate that as much.
Okay, well, the stormtrooper, that's just a trope. That's
But it's funny. They started it. It's called Stormtrooper Academy, not like something else Academy. It's Stormtrooper Academy.
But yeah, the droids are
And-
all goofy.
And what happens between episodes 2 and 3
Autobans.
and episode 4, where they go from being like pretty cool clone troopers to being stormtroopers?
Well, I know the answer to that question.
Explain to
Oh,
me,
here
oh
we go.
Lord
Because
Guru.
I am a nerd. So, in the prequels, they're all clones.
Yeah,
But in the original trilogy,
yeah.
they're just volunteers. Like, they're just any old Joe
Not
who's
volunteers.
enlisted.
They're
Well,
they join an army.
Yeah,
Go to the
they-
academy.
enlisted.
It's-
yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong
So are
with
all the clones
Empire.
dead?
Most
no,
of them.
most of them
Most have
died.
died.
But then, I mean, like, it's like a 40-year gap. So,
Is it?
And they age faster.
yeah.
They age faster and
That's-
learn all sorts
I
of
mean,
fun
they
things.
grow
If you
them.
see episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, most of it.
You learn on Camino about the clones.
Yeah, that they grow them. And, like,
Yeah.
They're test tube babies.
yeah.
So
And accelerated.
when does the animated series take? Between 2 and 3, right? Because Anakin's not yet a full douchebag, but he's still kind of a douchebag.
It's
Yeah,
about his
yeah,
journey
getting
to the
there.
dark side, yeah.
But then there's the new one though. That's awesome.
Rebels?
Yeah, Rebels is so good.
Is
you
it?
seen Rebels?
I haven't seen
No.
it.
It
Okay,
really
that
is
one's
good.
mine.
Minus 5 star points.
No, it takes place between 3 and 4. It's so good.
Is it
Yeah.
better than Clone Wars?
It's on par.
Okay. Well, then I'm satisfied with that. I'll watch it.
I mean,
the
it
first
is
season
on
just
par.
ended. I won't spoil the ending, but people show up, and
Oh,
I'm happy they
snap.
showed up because tying up loose ends, maybe, hopefully.
I'm pretty sure that means a certain person that happened to be Anakin's apprentice that I think was going to be in it. But I hope it's Mace Windu because that would be cool. And I heard that he was still alive, but that's kind of far fetched. But I'll definitely watch it
You should
now.
watch it.
He seemed like he was pretty dead.
He looked pretty dead to me,
I'm just-
but I mean,
Well,
like, so did Darth Maul. So
Darth Maul looked more dead than me.
Yeah.
he should have been dead, but he wasn't. So, I mean, like, they have this quota
Cool robot legs.
of like one black person in the galaxy at a
Did they
time.
give his human legs a robot upper body?
I don't think they should work out.
Uh,
They're still at large in the galaxy.
That would be an epic battle if like his legs and his upper body just like met
Cut it
one
out.
day. Yeah.
Now I just think about Kai Lang from Mass Effect and it makes me angry because Kai Lang's such a terrible character.
I don't
Can't talk about
know
Mass
that
Effect
character.
right now.
Why can't we talk about Mass Effect?
Oh, I thought we finished Star Wars. But...
We're done with Star Wars.
Okay,
talking
we're
about
done
Mass
with
Effect.
Star Wars. Were you done with Star Wars?
Segment.
Because, you know, okay.
We've all played Mass Effect 3, have we not?
Well, you all played all the Mass Effects.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yes, we have.
Sweet. So we can all agree that Kai Lang is a shitty villain.
Oh, is that the samurai ninja
Yeah.
black guy? Yeah, he's annoying. Like, I know I'm saying like everything's annoying, but like he's just he's so irrelevant to the main plot,
Totally is.
and it just drives me crazy. Because like I'll be doing a mission trying to like accomplish some like galaxy saving shit, and he just shows up. Like, get the
Poof!
fuck
I
out of
was
the way.
invisible, and now I'm here. Poof! Now I'm not.
I'm like, how can you do that? First of all, and like, and when did the Omni tool become a sword? Like,
Hard light, man.
really?
Hard light, sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh, okay. So in Mass Effect 2, we had the Sentinel hard light armor, so not really much of a stretch to extend that into a blade.
I guess so.
If you read, it tells you in like the little codex things.
Bro, you know how much information is in that codex.
I have read all of
But they
them.
will read them at you.
Only the big ones.
That's
only
true.
the big ones, and only in 1 and 2.
The codex
doesn't read you in
was
preview.
narrated like a bedtime story. I definitely could have listened
That's
to
how
it
I
while
learned about
slept.
blue shifting. Like,
I don't
when you
even
go
know what that is.
When you go faster than the speed of light, your spectrum shifts.
Oh, really?
That's why things that are going super fast are different colors or something.
Science.
None of us are physics majors, so.
Going glad.
What?
Going glad.
Yeah. Code moving pictures.
But Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3. Terrible game.
This is where we're going. Starting right off saying how awful it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible
I'm
installment.
good with it. It's the worst one.
Actually, I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Good.
Why is it always you?
Because you guys say outrageous things. but
Good. Carbon's a straight man.
I'm a straight shooter, man. So this is what I think about Mass Effect 3, right? People only disliked it because, spoiler alert, Shepard died in the end, right? Unless you were 100% Paragon, which doesn't have anything to do with the other two games that carry your story over, which is complete BS, because that was the whole like hook for the game anyway. But if you were 100% Paragon, you realize at the end of the game that Shepard's still alive, and like they show a cutscene after the explosion when you get blasted with the Reaper blast, and he's like breathing or whatever. So that makes it seem like he or she.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the
It's
Femshep,
Totally
like
Femshep.
Jonathan.
Femshep is canon.
Okay. I shall refer to the Shepard only as Femshep now.
Thank you.
So,
Wow.
as Femshep awakened from a slumber of unconsciousness from being blasted by Reapers, space roaches, it makes it seem like the whole scene inside the Citadel with Anderson and the Elusive Man and the Godchild, it makes it seem like all that was a dream. Which points to the fact that the indoctrination theory that they denied is like canon.
Indoctrination theory.
Well, because they're indoctrinated. Like,
Oh, okay,
I don't know. I'm
yeah.
just-
Sell that one to the public.
I don't know, but they should have accepted that theory.
They
'Cause it's like-
created artificial intelligence in their game during 1 and 2, and somehow indoctrinated themselves to make 3 to prove the indoctrination theory, but deny it because they themselves are indoctrinated. That's what you're trying to sell me. I am not buying that.
that makes more sense than
I'm
Lost.
not.
But that's the only way that
A pickle makes more sense than Lost.
that's the only way I could explain them saying that the indoctrination theory is not canon, because it doesn't make any sense.
The indoctrination theory is a pretty good one.
But yeah,
It's good. Kudos to the people who developed it and tried to prove it, but they said it's not canon, so we gotta go with that.
exactly. Which brings me back to my original point of people disliking it just because Shepard died. So
That's not the
But
reason.
it goes
That's
a lot
totally
deeper
not the
than
reason
just
for
the
the
then why?
Yeah.
Okay, in 2, we could all agree that in 2, you can do whatever you want. You can pretty much go where you want. There are multiple hub worlds.
Yeah, because you're Spectre.
No, because you're just a renegade shithead.
Yeah.
You're a space asshole.
Yeah.
That's what Shepard is. But
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
so many. No, just seriously, go back and play 1, 2, and 3, and keep track of the number of lives you end, and you'll want to kill yourself.
No, it's ridiculous. I've murdered so many people.
Oh
I've
my
seen
gosh.
it.
Are you serious? Did you
Yeah.
ever play Dynasty Warriors?
No.
I murdered
That doesn't
legions of
count.
people.
Those are like nameless nobodies.
Yeah.
So are the people in Mass Effect. How many of those minions, those little guards that you kill, have names? None
Well,
of them.
it's obviously enemy is everywhere number 1, enemy is everywhere number 2, and go 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 number 5. That's what they say.
Okay.
Also, aside, totally like talking scripted background dialogue that happens when you're fighting. Final Fantasy Type 0, the new one is fire until you run out of bullets.
Ah, I love
They
that.
say it all the time. But no, okay, so back to my original point. In 2, you can go pretty much, you have access to most of the galaxy except the places you didn't go, or you went in 1. And it feels like you have agency because they make it feel like you dicking around has consequences,
mattered.
because it does. But at the same time, you can choose to do it, and nobody's gonna like slap your wrist or try and make you not
No.
do it.
Nope.
And you don't feel like you're railroaded into Paragon or Renegade because it doesn't matter because you are a space asshole. You can do
Yeah,
whatever
you're making
you want.
your own choices.
But in 3, just like what happened in Fable 3, you have this storyline they are shoehorning you into. You are saving the galaxy. It's pretty hard to save the galaxy as an asshole.
That's fair. I agree. And
So-
side note, Fable 3 is a horrible game. But
It's
yes.
a pretty terrible game, yeah. And so they take away the false choice to and institute this, well, you can do whatever you want, but we're gonna make you do what we want you to do thing. And then you can't even like at the end of 3 or at the end of 2, when you've saved and all you have to do is go do the final mission, you can go anywhere you want. You can go back to Hub Worlds. You can go do like Shadow Broker missions or whatever. The end of 3, before you do the final mission, you can't go anywhere because there's fucking Reapers everywhere, and they're gonna come and be on your
Just
shit.
doing everything you're trying to do.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere because there's a goddamn Reaper like hunting you down.
But doesn't
So
that
it's
fit
super-
the tone of the third one? Like, there's this urgency to save the galaxy because these Reapers...
But it's not urgent because I can just ignore it.
You could.
I can totally
Okay,
just
yeah.
ignore it.
That's true.
But I mean, it goes back to his agency thing now. It's like they're pushing you towards to do what they want you to do.
That is annoying that they got... It's like the
And
illusion
then,
of choice.
and then the whole victory points thing. Oh my god. Okay, so all the big decisions from 1 and 2, like whether or not you keep the Reaper alive or the collector base alive at the end of 2, seems like a pretty big deal.
It seemed like a huge deal.
It's
when I
worth
did
like
it.
90 victory points.
When I saw that in the end of the second one, I was like, I'm controlling this in the third one. Never happened.
Exactly.
So, yeah, okay.
And that was
So-
a big fuck you.
Yeah.
It was.
So
Okay.
So
You're
it
right.
takes the victory points, and then they don't even matter. If you play through Mass Effect 3 and don't do any side missions or have any imports, you will still meet the minimum victory requirements. It's impossible to fail.
Well, I mean, there isn't... Well, yeah, okay.
You can have a bad ending if you just have the minimum, but you cannot fail to do your job. Unless you shoot the kid in the face or walk away. That's the only way you can fail.
Can you shoot the kid?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can,
and
you can pull
totally
your gun
walk
out.
away too.
That was part of their extended edition cut. Is you can pull the gun out and shoot the kid.
I never got a chance to play that. So you just shoot him and like... what
Yeah, and
happens?
then the Reapers win, and it plays a recording of Liara for the next cycle.
Oh, well, why does Shepard just shoot the kid then? That like defeats the purpose.
Because Shepard's a space asshole, he can do whatever he wants.
Oh, like fuck the galaxy.
But
I'm
so just
killing
the
this
the
space kid.
whole victory points thing is so completely absurd. And to reduce everything into a number that doesn't matter, you can't see where the demarcations are. There's no risk. They want you to feel like it's urgent and that there's a real risk to it, but there's not. There's no risk because you can't fail. Which is the problem that I have with games in general now, is because of our shitty generation.
What?
Who
That was
can't-
that is
This
a
goes
horrible
right back to
tie-in,
it.
but
Who
okay.
can't accept that they failed at something.
Yes.
Games can't let you fail. Everything is just a sticky hallway. It may take you some time to move through it, but you're gonna get to the end of that hallway. You cannot fail. It's
Okay.
just your feet are gonna be sticky.
Even if you get within one step, they'll just respawn you that one step away.
No.
Oh, Dark Souls, my favorite game.
You're right. You're right. It's a very popular
But
game, but
it is.
you wouldn't see like
But think about the people who
shitty
like
people
Dark
playing.
Souls aren't the people who are going to be playing like Mass Effect 3 and these other like gimme games. People play Dark Souls because they want a challenge because they're sick of the difficulty curve of regular
they all
games.
look like us.
So to be fair,
They're just
I don't think people
Yeah.
went into Mass Effect 3 knowing it was going to be a gimme game.
Well, true, fair. Because two's pretty difficult if you're playing on Insanity as a soldier. God help you.
Yeah,
Because
just
I hope
over.
I hope you like using a mountain of bullets to kill everything. But
I haven't played Mass Effect 3 since it came out, so
Th-
now that you remind
three-
me, I guess it wasn't.
good
very
point about 3, multiplayer. Multiplayer is fantastic.
Multiplayer was amazing.
It was pretty baller. yeah.
Even if it's so glitchy, but it was free. There were tons of maps. There was tons of stuff to do. I wish they had added like achievements and junk to it sooner, so that I would have had a reason to keep playing. But it's a lot of fun.
You had a good point about the games out there now that are like press A to win and like high five you're
Or
awesome.
like okay, Halo 4.
I didn't play it.
Okay, Halo 4 is terrible. We'll go with that. I'm not a big fan of Halo 4. End of the game is a QuickTime event. Like press X to punch Didact in the face and win. And you can't fail. If you don't press it, you will just hang there off the edge of the bridge forever until you press X.
Really?
Like, come on. At least in Bayonetta, another great game, which is also really difficult, you can fuck those quick times up as much as you want because the game will just kill you. If you miss that quick time, you're dead. As should be the consequence of a quick time event.
Well, I mean, I think that the thing for a lot of AAA titles and big studio games out there now is like they're trying to compete with these indie games, and so they're trying to reach a wider market. And a lot of people, they don't want to put the time into a game like Dark Souls or something like that would really challenge them. They just want something they can sit down and play, have fun. And so having those kind of consequences were like, oh, you lose, so go back to this checkpoint from 4 hours ago. Like, most people don't want that. So I think that to stay afloat, a lot of these big studios are just trying to...
Okay, fair. But and I think you can see this. You can definitely see it in the Mass Effect series in 3. You have the narrative difficulty and you have the insanity difficulty, which is fine. If you want to make a way for people to just play a story, I'm all for that. There are some times when I just want to play a story of the game and I don't want to wade through a lot of the difficulty. But at the same time, you can't. Reaching a wider audience is a noble goal, but you can't alienate your base audience because we're the ones that are going to spend money. Yeah. We're the ones that are going to buy more of your games and more of your consoles.
Not only that, but we're buying the collector's edition.
Exactly. So you can't alienate us. And I'm totally am going to get into the casual versus hardcore gamer thing because it is a distinction that needs to be made. There are people who sit down and have like 3 hours a week to play their video games and they want to be able to complete their games in less than a month. Fair, sure, whatever. But at the same time, there should be a reward for someone who's willing to sit down and spend the time and get good at a game like Dark Souls. I would imagine that's probably pretty fantastic when you beat that game.
It is.
So
70 hours.
Yeah.
70 hours to beat the first one on the first playthrough.
70 hours?
Yeah, but then you
That's
get
not
good.
bad.
Well, but my second playthrough only took me like 15 hours, 20 hours.
Oh,
Wow, that's
you have
incredibly
really
impressive.
good.
Yeah. But I see your point, though. And I think that, like, for a long time, they thought that achievements was that happy medium to try to appeal to both markets, but it's not anymore.
Well, that's because achievements have not become... They're not achievements. They're gimmies.
Yeah.
Achievements...
It depends on the game, but you're right.
For the most part, it's like beat chapter 1. Not an achievement. That's
Open
something...
the door.
So, yeah. So achievements should be something that you don't get through normal gameplay.
And they shouldn't be hidden because that's stupid.
No,
Well,
that's
spoilers
well,
and
the
stuff
internet
like that.
the internet is a thing, so it doesn't bother me that achievements are hidden. But like, no, maybe okay, yeah, beat game on regular difficulty and all the difficulty beat achievements, and then there should be stuff like in Mass Effect, stuff that you're not gonna do on its own, like recruit a character. Well, if you gotta recruit all the characters, you're gonna get that. That's dumb.
Yeah, that is.
But like the
Well,
one in Mass Effect 2 is a good example on the DLC. It's survive all 3 waves of the solo mission on the last DLC, the Exodus one, on Insanity or harder. That's damn difficult. There's no consequence story-wise if you die because you're supposed to die there. But if you work your ass off and you beat that fight, that's an achievement. And that one feels good to get.
And that's real, and that's completely in your hands.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do that, which leads me to why I hate multiplayer achievements.
Multiplayer? No, Halo 3, I still don't have the one to get a double kill with Spartan Laser and Rumble. I will
Shows
never...
nothing about your skill, it's just out of
Yeah,
your control.
did you have
can't make
5
that
other
situation.
people that you got to go into Rumble with you and then told them to sit in a line on a mongoose so you could blow
Totally
that
could
mongoose
happen.
up? Yeah.
Yep.
I think that multiplayer achievements should be a separate thing
I
from
think
like
they shouldn't
regular.
exist at all.
Well, I mean, that's not going to happen. So I think to make everybody happy, that they should have it as a separate thing. Like if you want to play solo or you don't have
No,
5 other
because
friends,
I want to be able to 100%
I'm
the
an
game
achievement whore.
without going into multiplayer.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you have that option to
But
do
if
that.
they're there, but then it's not 100%
Yeah, you're
because
not
it's 100% with little asterisks.
Yeah, plus 5 more that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
don't
can't
get
have
it.
your cake and eat it too, bro.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, like why not? Like it's alienating
Like-
people.
And I feel like, and this was an early era because this is Mass Effect 1, early era of achievements and junk. Those achievements unlock stuff for you.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
That's
like,
really cool.
yeah, that's cool, and they can still have those
Why-
things, but in a new way. You guys can't be like, oh, we're old and we don't like change, right?
It's not, it's
But
about
no,
age.
we
We're
totally
just-
can because the
No.
change is stupid.
What? I'm gonna throw this right back into how our generation's shitty.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna tie it in perfectly.
That's the topic of the
with
day, I guess.
Single player and multiplayer achievements. The single player, you have to work for them. But Sometimes. I guess that goes back to our generation
Yes.
being shitty and they just want handouts and like that. But multiplayer, there's no real reward because there's no work for any of them.
That's not true. Some of those multiplayer achievements are kind of hard.
But you can cheat your way to
Yeah.
every single multiplayer achievement.
Right.
Even if it's a really hardcore fighting game, win 500 fights online. Seems really hard unless I had a friend.
who just like left their Xbox up or whatever, and you just
Let me
match
beat
them,
them.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then you beat them, and then they beat you, yeah. No, that's totally a
Cheat.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like it could be a thing, but at the same time, it's like I think that a lot of people enjoy playing multiplayer games a lot more than they do single player games now.
That's
and
fine.
I think that that's something.
totally fine because we've seen that with a lot of games right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there should be a happy medium that makes everybody happy. I was only half listening to this, so I might be completely wrong, but yeah.
The multiplayer teams are just the worst thing ever. But difficult games, I guess, are gonna be my go-to. Like Bayonetta, those achievements. That is a game where beat the game on hard is a legitimate
No,
achievement.
and we'll get into it
That's-
because I'll sit right there and talk about Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden all day.
they're the same.
Man, Ninja Gaiden's such a hard game.
You got so much
But
fun
is it not
though, to
so
watch.
rewarding?
It is.
I love
when
it.
you beat it.
Because it's like, yeah, F you, boss. Like, it took me
And then
90
you're playing
hours.
Devil May Cry and you're in Dante Must Die. It's so rewarding
It
to
is.
beat anything.
And then when
with
you can play that
difficulty.
hardest difficulty and, like, not get touched, and you're like, I'm a badass. And you
Yeah, 'cause
are.
You can't get
But,
touched.
but like a new game, a game I like, Destiny, you don't have that feeling.
Yeah.
That game's not difficult.
Do you think it's because of the shield?
No. Halo 2 is hard as shit on Legendary. And you got a shield there.
Yeah,
it
true.
doesn't make two differences.
That's true. Well, we're going
You
to...
did beat them all in Legendary, right?
Of course.
Okay, good. Because
Not
you
a
wouldn't be allowed to
pansy.
sit at this table if you did.
Well, okay.
You didn't have an Xbox. You didn't have it. It's fine.
Asterisk, not 4, because 4 is artificial difficulty. But we'll talk about that
But you
later.
still didn't beat them Legendary? Just...
No, because 4 is artificial difficulty.
Okay. That's fair.
Which is another pet peeve of mine. Sticky Hallway is an artificial difficulty.
All right,
So-
guys. Well, we're gonna wrap up episode 1. Thanks for listening, and we hope y'all listen to our next episode, which is gonna be even more awesome. The wrap up for today is that our generation sucks. It's the majority vote. I lose. Sorry for everybody out there who thinks we're awesome, but maybe we will be in time. But cooldown reduction, we're pretty cool. Tell your friends.
Woo!
Please.
Yeah.